Good afternoon, Belize. It's midday and you're tuned into the news at noon, where we bring you the latest updates from around the country. I'm Mr. Anna Cayetano, and here's what's making headlines today. Alleged rape at Belmont Comprehensive sparks outrage amid teachers sick out. Labor Department warns KTMH Union, follow the law or face the consequences over planned strike. UB Faculty Union demands UB keep $10 million funding promise amid budget disappointment. And Say the Vernon students launch aquaponics projects, growing innovation and sustainability. These stories are coming up in just 1 minute.
I'm Brittany, one of the newest faces around here. My stories are heartfelt and bring a fresh perspective. On the job, there is no challenge too great. Flooded highways, raging fires, or asking tough questions. My determination and willingness to connect with people help to deliver stories that put you, our viewers, at the forefront of issues. My motto: accurate, timely, and relevant. I am News 5.
Welcome back. A disturbing incident has come to light involving 2 students at Belmont Comprehensive School. News 5 has received reports that a teenage female student was allegedly raped by a male schoolmate on Wednesday. The alleged assault reportedly occurred on the school's campus during a time when teachers and staff were absent participating in a planned sick-out. According to reports, a young girl went to the vice principal and the school medic for help after she began bleeding heavily. At the time, she appeared calm and didn't say anything about being assaulted. Staff initially believed it might have been her period and quickly took her to the hospital for care. It wasn't until hours later, after a relative arrived at the hospital, that the situation took a serious turn. The relative claimed that the girl had been raped, prompting further investigation. While early accounts suggest the encounter may have seemed consensual, the circumstances and the girl's condition have raised serious concerns. Authorities are now looking into what really happened. The Labor Department has issued a formal response to the Carleton Memorial Hospital Workers Union regarding their planned industrial action. In a letter dated May 28, 2025, addressed to Union President Andrew Baird, the Labor Commissioner Risela Dominguez-Pat acknowledged the union's concerns over ongoing pension negotiations. However, the Commissioner issued a firm reminder: any form of industrial action in essential services, such as healthcare, must follow strict legal procedures. Citing the Settlements of Disputes in Essential Services Act, the Labor Department emphasizes that no strike or protest action can legally proceed unless a dispute is first reported to the Minister of Labor and a 21-day period has passed without resolution. This includes not only full work stoppages, but also go-slows, work-to-rule actions, and coordinated demonstrations. The letter warns that any action taken before these steps are completed would be considered unlawful. In a move to de-escalate the situation, the Labor Department is recommending mediation between the union, the hospital authority, and government representatives. The goal: to find a peaceful and lawful resolution to the dispute. This development comes at a critical time for the nation's healthcare system, and all eyes will be on both the union and the government on how they respond in the coming days. A strong message is coming out of the Belmont. 3, 2, 1. A strong message is coming out of Belmont tonight as the University of Belize Faculty and Staff Union, UBFSU, is calling on the government of Belize to honor its financial commitments to the nation's flagship university. In a press release issued today, the UBFSU expressed deep disappointment over what it describes as the government's failure to follow through on promises to restore and increase the university's annual subvention. The union points to a 2020 pledge made by the current administration to reverse a 24.2% budget cut imposed by the previous government and to boost over a 5-year period. However, the recently presented 2025-2026 national budget shows no such increase. The subvention remains at $7.65 million, falling short of the $10 million target previously outlined by the Ministry of Education. The union warns that without this increase, the university's operations will continue to suffer, potentially leading to higher tuition fees, a move that could place additional strain on students and their families during already challenging economic times. While acknowledging the government's desire to keep tuition affordable, The UBFSU argues that without adequate funding, the university cannot sustain its mission of delivering quality education in an era marked by inflation and financial hardship. In a refreshing turn of events, innovation is blooming right in heart of Belize City. Sadie Vernon High School is sowing the seeds of sustainability. This morning, the school proudly unveiled its brand new aquaponics system, a cutting-edge agricultural project designed and built by its very own students. The initiative is part of the school's push to integrate modern, eco-friendly farming techniques into its curriculum. With the support of local businesses, students were able to gather the materials needed to bring their vision to life. The result, a fully functional system that combines aquaculture and hydroponics, raising fish and growing plants in a symbiotic environment.
There's many things about aquaponics, but what I learned, the waste from the fish leads from one tube to the motor. Then there's another pipe that leads to the barrel that funnels the water. Then the water goes to the stones where the stones release waste, and that's where if the plants feeds on. And then it's just a daily basis cycle. That's a cycle that goes on and on and on. And from the plants we can feed off, and the fishes as well.
So it's a cycle, and basically it starts with the waste from
the fish. It starts on the waste from the fish.
Isn't it incredible that the waste that we would normally see, like, that disgusting, that it helps to produce our food?
Yes, it's amazing. First I thought it was like nasty, but when I come to learn about it, it's amazing. I couldn't believe it myself.
This hands-on learning experience gives students more than just agricultural knowledge. It's teaching them self-reliance, environmental responsibility, and the power of innovation. Sadie Vernon High School's aquaponic launch is a shining example of how education can be both practical and transformative. That's a wrap for the news at noon, but don't worry, there's plenty more coming your way at 6 p.m. We'll dive deeper into these stories and more. In the meantime, visit greaterbelize.com and follow us on Facebook for real-time updates. And don't miss to open your eyes tomorrow morning for fresh takes on today's headlines. Thanks for tuning in, Belize. Stay informed, stay inspired, and have a fantastic afternoon.